I did it again. Oh, you have something to talk about?
Did it again.
You have something to talk about?
No, I can't believe you did that again.
I did it again.
Huh. Soaking wet?
Please don't ask that question with the next part that I'm going to say.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I had another dream about a ghostie.
That is kind of funny.
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't remember anything about it except for this. All I remember is the name Gina Purcell. You know that name? I don't even know what you look like, Gina. I don't know anything about you, but I know for a fact I had a dream that had your name in it. That's all I remember.
That's awesome.
And I think...
And that's it, though. But just like she was in there.
Yeah.
We don't know anything else.
I don't know anything else. Like, truly. Like, not like like maybe there was something like it was kind of a dramatic, dangerous situation. That's all I can really remember.
Ooh, dramatic.
But just want to let you guys know... you guys are officially like in my dreams.
I'm trying to find it. How do you spell it? I know I've seen the name, but I can't figure it out.
I think it's P-U-R, like Purcell Farms, like P-U-R-S, or no, C-E-L-L.
Yeah, it might be C.
Gina Purcell. Truly, like, is she real? Maybe it's like a Instagram or a YouTube comment name.
Gina,
comment below if you're real or not. But yeah, I dreamed about her and in some form or fashion. Kind of like I dreamed about Alvaro's birthday. So I've done it twice now. I've dreamed about ghosties.
That's pretty fun. Timon, who have you dreamed about?
I don't really remember my dreams.
None?
Honestly.
I don't remember very many of them either. That was like, but I remember waking up and thinking Gina Purcell was in a dream.
Actually, last night I dreamed there was some kind of war happening, but it was like kind of olden times. And I think I shot someone with an arrow. I'm pretty sure.
What?
Yeah.
That's actually, we're podcasting with Theo Vaughn right now.
Kind of wild that you happen to ask me because I don't remember my dreams.
I don't remember my dreams except for the time where I was Robin Hood.
I mean, there's really not much to say. Last night in this dream, I was like in this Native American Civil War. I got caught up in between. And I was like on this horse and I shot him, but
I was like, fine, yes, I'll do it.
They called me Squanto. That's it. I don't remember my dreams though. Like it just barely.
Don't ask me if I remember anything because that's like as many details as I remember. There were 17 feathers on the arrow.
Yeah. Gina Purcell was soaking wet. That's all I remember.
I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast. We're back. Here on a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Hey, happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. Because of the trips I'm about to go on, this is my 8th one that I'm recording this week. And I'm feeling fine.
Yeah?
No problem. It would be, I would be self-conscious if I were to complain about, I'm just having to talk to my friends so much.
Yeah, you're like,
you have no idea the toll it is to talk to your friends. I had to talk 8 times this week.
You don't understand. Like, I have to talk for a living. Like, none of you guys talk ever at your jobs.
And they're all well-oiled machines, so we just monetize so easily. And so, yeah, I'm getting paid every single time I talk. Oh, my gosh.
But for real, I know it's like you would feel self-conscious, but like, what is it like? This is your 8th episode.
It doesn't.
You've parsed them out. This is your 4th day in a row of doing it.
Yep. Monday 2, Tuesday 2, Wednesday 2, today 2.
Yeah.
And it really doesn't feel that bad. Maybe because I've been doing this 5 or 6 years, but I could do this every day. I mean, the amount that I just talk to Rachel on a given day, she just sits there and she just has to listen to me.
Really?
I mean, I think every month I talk to Rachel more than I talked to her the month before.
So really, it's like, it's just, compounding.
I do not shut up.
Does she talk as much? Like
I don't let her.
You think that you're definitely like the more talkative one?
Yeah, I always have been. I mean, even when we were dating, I was just like, I don't know, communicative, and I was just expressing everything I was feeling, probably a little too early, but it's like, this is awesome. We're so compatible. And, like,
I'm going to marry you. It's like, What's your name again?
Yeah, I've always kind of been the talkative one. And yeah, sometimes like I'll ask her, like, hey, how was like, oh my gosh, today you had like this at work. How was it? It's good.
Dude.
What else happened? I mean, it was just like, it was a solid day.
Wow. Yeah.
And then I'll like ask again, and then Rachel will kind of get like bothered. She's like, is my answer like not good enough? I'm like, no, I guess it's fine. we need to spend a day in each other's brains because I'm like, oh, I would have so much to tell you.
Yeah.
I do nothing in a day, and I could write a book every single day about what I do. You should see, like Rachel and I both journal, and we don't look at each other's journals, but I know the length of them.
Yeah.
I've seen it from afar.
Right.
And
She's on page 6 still, and you're on page 24.
oh yeah, Google's like you ran out of storage,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, there's not even images in this. This is just text. So yeah, I think it's just the way I am. Plus, I think podcasting exacerbates it a little bit. I've become long-winded.
Well, yeah, I think I have too, but like at home, I think Catherine's definitely the more talkative one. Like,
Really? You're like, I'm all done talking.
kind of, yeah. I'm like, you can. If you want me to talk, I can. But like, and I think she's like the opposite, where she's like, I have been talking to toddlers all day, so I would love to talk to an adult. Like,
Yeah, I have heard that a little bit, like in moms, of like you're desperate, or even just like elementary teachers, just like I'm desperate to talk to an adult.
yeah. So I mean, but in general, she talks more. She's more talkative than I am anyway. Like more long-winded, I think. Obviously, I can turn it on for the podcast and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, it's bad. I'm already getting so long-winded. I'm like 30 something years. I'm like, when I'm old, I'm going to be a nightmare. Oh, they're going to have to lock me up or like, I don't know, put a shock collar around my neck. All right, that's it, Grandpa. That's good. That's good.
So true, dude. It's like
You're talking about the good old days too much.
if we think these really mundane things are interesting now, like think about what we're going to be like when we're 80 years old.
Oh, Rachel will like stop me. She's only done this a few times. She's very patient. She'll listen to anything. But there was one time where I was telling her intricate details of my phone call with Google Fiber.
Okay.
And she had to say, that's it.
Oh, really?
I'm good.
What was do you remember like
I mean, just nothing probably. I mean, there was something interesting to it probably. Like there was a reason I was telling her like, can you believe he told me this? And then the app he told me to download, like that app doesn't even exist or whatever. And she's like,
yeah.
I think we're good. It's probably good. You've been telling me about Google Fiber phone call for about 7 minutes. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a wake up call.
Oh, wow.
You're
Yeah.
right. Thank you for stopping me. If not you, then who? So
Right.
I needed to hear it.
That's fair.
Thank you. So yeah, that's kind of a thing. Like if I get going on something, she's like, you're Google Fiber, you're getting close. I'm like, you're right. You're
That's
right.
like your code word. Like,
Yeah. It's been about 9 minutes about sand. So
well, Catherine is so good at like, I think she is so good / maybe it's not a good thing. I mean, like she thinks about things linearly. Gosh, it took me a hard time.
took me
hard time. You being there. Like, I think so, like probably the same way, like you would tell that story about like, well, I got to tell you this part or this part wouldn't make sense. Or,
it's a beginning, middle, and end. You got to have all three parts.
Like, you have all these issues and therefore you're telling this culminating thing. In my head, I'm just like, I had issues with the Google Fiber guy. It was an annoying phone call. The end.
What's up with you?
Yeah, right. Like she'll always be like, my dad and I will go to a basketball game. How was your time with your dad? What'd you guys talk about? It's like, we talked about stuff. I don't know what they were.
Girls are really good at recalling specifics of a conversation. I'm better at like recalling action. Like, here's what I did today. Here is the actions I did. Here's things I did with my hands today.
Yeah.
Where it's like, what did you guys talk about? Oh,
We talked a lot.
yeah. Let's see. I think we talked about tariffs. No, that was with Scott. I don't know what we talked about. It's like I eventually could just come up with nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was English the whole time though. We had no problems.
Yeah.
I remember that. Like we understood each other.
So
But that's it. Rachel is good. She's definitely more of a morning person though. Like Rachel's ready to talk at like 7 a.m.
Okay.
And I got to get the old work truck lubricated. I got to get fired up. I
Yeah.
don't really want to talk the first 30 minutes.
I remember we were first dating. I took her to the airport and I was like talking to her. It was like an early morning flight. And she's like, oh, okay, so you're a morning person. And in my head, I don't think I am. I think I was just excited because it was her.
No, we're dating.
I was like, yeah, I'm just trying to be talkative to you.
Yeah, I'll do anything for someone I'm dating. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I can probably turn it on pretty quick. Like, boom, let's go. Let's talk.
Yeah.
But
Timon, what about you and Jesse? You guys like, good morning, Jesse? I mean, you guys do that in the morning?
Nope.
I assume.
they just harmonize right away.
Deeper, reverb.
Yeah.
Hello.
We do the morning song, and then after that, it's not much talking.
After
It's kind
that.
of like we just get through that, and then we're like, I mean, that's all we needed, I think.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Is it like a full song or is it like a nursery rhyme?
More of a jingle. I'd say it's like
Okay.
20
Give me a
seconds.
break. Give me a break. It's Tuesday morning, so give me a break.
Yeah, it's kind of, it goes, it
Gets
kind
on
of
the
fluctuates. It's a bit depending on our energy, it's like 20 seconds, sometimes 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you know what it's going to be like the night before, or is it like an improv
Oh,
thing?
it's been the same thing for 18 years.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
just the same song every day.
18 years. Yeah, ever since they were like,
Yep.
You'd sing to your mom's stomach for those
Yeah.
first 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
That's fine. Is it to the tune? I don't want you to
It's
sing
sacred.
it.
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
sacred.
it's sacred.
I wouldn't want
Okay. Yeah.
AC. Yeah.
You say AC.
Yeah.
And no instruments, right?
That's fun. Oh, yeah. Anyway, tell me guys about what we're talking about. You guys went to a concert.
Tell me, guys.
I know. I'm sorry.
No,
me,
that's the
guys.
word.
Tell me guys about the concert.
Tell me, guys.
Tell me, guys.
What was it like?
You guys have been out of the house lately. What's it's like out there?
The music.
They got speakers at the concert these days? What kind of amplifications they got? Huh?
We had a good time. It was an exhausting weekend. I was out of energy. You know, then it's like 7 p.m. feels like midnight.
Oh yeah.
But no, Graham, who was a former Kanakuk camper when I was there, you know, really, I don't take a ton of credit for it, but he got to see me perform about pancakes, briskets, and gravy. This guy turns into a professional musician. It's hard to say where exactly he drew inspiration from, but I'm not going to
tell
take
me.
0 credit.
Yeah, I would say definitely. Sounds like he was very formed by you.
Thank you. And I'm pretty sure he formed me too.
Yes.
Kanakuk way. But no, he was great. He was opening for a guy named Connor Price. You guys might know him. Connor is a guy, he kills the content game. I mean, he's just as much an influencer as he is like a musician, I feel like. He's leveraged social media well. And so, yeah, Timon and I showed up. We parked. We paid guys who definitely don't, I mean, they were just in the right place, right time.
Yeah.
I don't even know if these guys knew there was a concert. I just like drove up to a guy, handed him a $10 bill. He's like, great. Yeah, you park there if you want.
I know what he's doing with that. Yeah.
And didn't get towed, so
Nice.
it's all good.
Where was the concert?
The Truman.
Okay.
You ever been there?
Huh?
Done. Sorry, no. It wasn't as bad as I made it sound. It was kind of funny.
I think I was gonna say like maybe I was gonna say something else like okay, but it kind of sounded like a D. At
You already had
first.
the D sound. Yeah. You been there?
Uh-huh.
Done. Donka. Yeah. I'd never been, and it was so right away they were like, "Oh, you're under 18. We got to put big black X's on your hands for Timon."
Yeah.
And Timon was kind of doing a just like ongoing bit the whole night, just pretending like he was so embarrassed to have like the X's on his hands. Like, what if Graham sees?
Oh, I gotta go wash them off in the bathroom.
And so we were practicing. Timon, show him a couple like your moves, like how you're gonna greet Graham.
Yeah, well, for clapping, I was just kind of, I was trying to be more like this, like toward the, I was like, yeah, like just, I don't know, in the blurred, like through the lights, you probably couldn't tell it wasn't a normal clap. I was like, I guess he's probably like, he's like a chill, cool guy, like probably dap him up, right? So I'm like, I think I was planning on going like under,
Palm
kinda,
up. Yeah,
like
palm up.
underhand, and then I'm like,
My
keeping
dude.
this one behind me. Yeah, that was kind of my plan.
Yeah, we were doing a lot of practicing.
And this
like,
is so you don't look weird.
yeah,
Like,
So I don't, well, he can't know that, it's so embarrassing. I can't like order alcohol.
yeah, so embarrassing.
So embarrassing.
Dude, love the concert.
Yeah, dude.
Great job. And where are you from again?
Hey.
Dude, get
Ah.
it. Bring it in here. Put your hand in the middle. Yeah.
Where is he from?
Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma, dude. Oh, Oklahoma, dude.
Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma, man.
Boomer.
All right, man. So good to see you, man.
See you guys.
All right. Raise the roof on that.
I'm out.
Yeah.
So we were doing that a lot. We were goofing around. Oh, you know, just like when musicians like they will replace one of the words everyone knows, but instead of saying whatever, then they say Kansas City. How we feel? Timon would just act.
No. Yeah.
How is he doing that? We were just doing that. Like, how long did he take? What does he do when he's in Tulsa? Because that is different syllables. I can't
different
see. How did
You got to find the difference.
these guys are geniuses?
Man,
This is insane.
these guys are pros.
We are lucky to be witnessing this.
Right.
Improv master
Presence
Wayne
of
Brady
greatness.
up there.
Wayne Newton.
Wayne Newton up there. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay.
That was fun. We were goofing.
Yeah.
How was the concert as far as like, did it live up to how he sounds on the recordings, stuff like that?
Yeah. I thought so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know him at all. Like I know Connor Price, but
You would like Graham. He's worked with Forrest Frank, and
Yeah.
he's behind the scenes guy for a lot of these people. So
well, that's what I was curious about. If he was like, from what I understand, he's like adjacent to them. Forrest Frank seems like one that I don't know if I would want to see in concert because he's so much electronic stuff.
I would love to see Forrest Frank in
I'm
concert.
seeing Forrest Frank in concert.
Yeah, I
think,
was gonna say.
when he comes, because I've seen like based on Instagram clips,
Can I go with
lots of instruments.
Dude, pick me. Dude, I'd go with you.
Come on.
I'd go.
Yeah, I
that-
have seen the instruments.
I
on
think
there. Yeah.
Forrest Frank, like I think after the Graham and Connor Price, I enjoyed that a lot. Like,
Yeah.
like to answer your question, I thought it was great. But I was like, I kind of miss the live aspect of like, oh, they changed up that in the instrument. Like, especially Graham. I mean, his was just, he did great, but it was just like pre-recorded like background. It was just him like kind of up on stage, you
Yes.
know? And then, which is pretty opener, I think, esque.
Yeah, you only
And
have
then
20 minutes.
Connor Price had a bit more like, you know, screens are really involved, but it was again, like still all like pre-set up
Yeah.
like cues and stuff.
Okay.
Which that's why I'm like, I think I'm excited for the next concert to be like a little more instruments and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way you can do an acoustic version of something, or you can
Right.
do like a you can.
Or it's just going to
alter it.
sound more different than like, I think what's kind of fun about a live performance is like, oh, this is the same song, but it's like, it has a bit of a twist to it. Cause it's
Yeah.
like,
Right.
yeah, I don't know. Or it sounds more, I don't know, like, what's the word? Like organic maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah.
So it's
obviously
still good.
Different type of thing, but yeah.
It was fun. You know, they make upbeat, fun music, so
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
fun
yeah.
atmosphere.
Yeah. That energy was good.
Yeah, and Connor did a good job. He was very creative. You know, he's got a small stage to work with. You know, there's not much, but I feel like he squeezed the sponge dry as far as like what you can do creatively on the stage. You know, he's FaceTiming himself. He's doing a skit on stage and asking
Cool.
the crowd what song they want. He had a couple creative things.
Yeah.
So
Did you feel old there?
a little bit. There was a very wide variety of people there. Like I saw friends I haven't seen since college. I saw some pickleball people I knew. I was like, oh, good to see you guys. They're like, oh, our kids are in there. They're obsessed.
Okay.
And so there were a lot of little kids.
Little kids? Little kids?
Yeah, 6, 8, 10.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of
Like
little kids.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But at the same time, there was a guy, I got like a water from the bar, and this guy next to me is talking about how Coors Light ain't what it used to be.
Yeah.
You know, so that guy's there too.
Just the concert goer that just goes to anything that's there.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got like a subscription to the Truman. Discount.
He's got a
Movie
punch
pass.
card at the Truman.
Yeah.
Coors Light ain't what did you say to that?
He wasn't telling me, he was telling the bartender. And I was thinking, like, bartender's a job I could have done in like my early 20s, I think. Like, oh, I'll talk to anybody. How fun is that? I think now I'm like, I can't talk to these people.
Like,
I
okay,
can't have
man.
this conversation.
Really? It's not what it used to be? Like,
Tariffs, man. I don't know. Get out of here.
yeah, the water's not as pure as it used to be from the Rockies.
But it was still fun. We got to say what's up to Graham afterwards, and yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was kind of a family show. His mom was the one who like took us back there. I don't know if she's like managing or what. His wife works the merch. It was all
Cool.
kept it in house.
That's sweet.
yeah.
Is his wife a camp girl?
Not that I know of.
She
But
would
I
have
guess
said it.
definitely could have been. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't talk to her.
Oh, okay.
Married.
Good for you.
That was kind of fun. Graham and I got married like 2 weeks apart, and his wife also played college volleyball.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are one and the same.
One of the same stage of life.
I just thought about this with merch. Are you still doing the no clothes thing?
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's not too hard for me. Rachel's dying.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like really hard. Like I just want to buy something.
Anthropologie's doing a spring sale, and so that's one issue in itself. And then the other issue to be like, she'll be like, Jake, you're never gonna believe like what's like about to be in style. And then she'll explain it like, I've always loved that thing, but it's never really been in style. And now like this spring it's in style, and I can't get any of it. And this is one of those instances where I'm like, I think you wish you would have married a woman. I can't have this conversation with. Like, I'll try my best, but I just don't. I can't even relate to this.
Yes. Catherine will always be like, which one of these looks better? And I'm like, listen, I'll give you my answer, but like ultimately, do you really care how much I like?
This should be a
value
weighted
Yeah.
test where you have 90% of it.
It's like, I'll tell you my opinion, but I don't know. I don't know if you need to listen to it very much.
Yeah, so much that I can't even like regurgitate what Rachel told me. I forget what it even is, but there's a certain style of like artwork that's coming back in style, and she's obsessed with it.
Okay.
I'm like, oh my gosh, this does suck. I'm so sorry.
Wow, that's tragic.
I did tell her, so this Saturday I'm playing in 2 pickleball tournaments on the same day, but it's rare for like someone at my level to get to play in a tournament and possibly win money. I mean, those are normally for the big dogs. But this guy is like putting on all these tournaments where you can win. There's like $1,000 prize pool. And so me and Isaac are playing in the morning. Me and Molly are playing in the afternoon.
Okay.
So I told Rachel, I said, somehow if I win some money this weekend, you can buy like a outfit for like Florida or something like this spring or something like that.
Yeah.
So she's fired up.
Okay.
But for the most part, yeah, it's not too bad. I have enough clothes and it feels like a cool way of saving money.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I just remembered that because I was going to make the joke when you were like, no, I'm married. I didn't talk to her. I was like, oh, married means you can't buy any new clothes. But and I was like, wait, that's actually what you guys are doing. So.
Oh, that's a cool hoodie, but married.
You know.
It looks like it'd be a little tight on me, tight on the boys.
Tight on, ever since I got this ring on my finger.
Yeah.
Man. That's funny.
So yeah, we went to a concert. Had a good time.
Good.
Any other thoughts from the concert time?
I don't think so. I had a good time. I liked it. Yeah.
When's Force Frank?
I think it's May 7th, maybe.
Oh, wow. It's like right when I get back.
And like Independence, I think. Yeah.
That's nice.
Old Forest. I have a really simple joy. Little story is I was working in the shop the other day, doing some cleaning, doing a little bit of work, woodworking, and Bo comes out and he's like, all right, Dad, I'm ready to work. And I was like, okay, whatever. What are you thinking you're going to do? And I tried to like put him, to work cleaning stuff, and he did a great job. And then eventually said, can we build something?
All right.
I said, what do you want to build? And he said, I want to build a little bed for my teddy bear. And I said,
wow.
Okay. And so we worked, and it was one of those times where it was like, this is not as easy as it should be. This is taking longer than it should. I'm getting frustrated at times, but at the end of the day, we built a little bed for his teddy bear, and it was awesome.
That's fun.
Yeah.
How easy would it be to make a garden bed? That's just like a rectangle, right?
Yeah, easy. Yeah.
Rachel wants some garden beds.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll pay Bo.
Yeah.
Bo, just make a big teddy bear bed.
Yeah, you could do it. I mean, it'd be really easy. It'd just be like literally like 4 pieces of wood that you just screw together.
4 pieces of wood screw together. I can handle that.
You can handle it. I'll help you.
Could be a fun little project.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you trying to? Oh, because you're trying to plant stuff.
Yeah, Rachel wants to get into, I think, gardening. I think gardening is the word.
What's it called when you like do stuff in a garden?
Gardening.
Garden. Yeah.
I'll look it up.
I'll help you guys out. Yeah, she's wanting to do a little something in our side yard. So we went on a little walk yesterday, and she was pointing out a lot of garden beds she saw.
Okay.
I think I need to get her some garden beds.
Yeah.
I could bring one back from China.
Ooh, a Chinese garden bed.
Tariff free if I could fit it in my suitcase. Smart. So
Yeah.
I'll work around it.
Yeah, you can make one. Do a little Saturday project.
Yeah, it could be fun.
Oh, I just wish I were a little more comfortable on a day-to-day basis. Jake, how about you?
Well, I don't have that problem because I podcast in Cozy Earth.
Oh,
And I sleep in Cozy Earth.
Oh.
And sometimes I've napped in Cozy Earth. I've driven my car in Cozy Earth.
showered?
I showered one time. I had the socks on. I forgot. Showered
they're
in
that
Cozy Earth.
comfortable.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want to take them off. They were going to be cold. Yeah, Cozy Earth's great. We could talk about them for hours. And maybe we should. I forgot. We have talked about that.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Cozy Earth is great. They're a wonderful, wonderful, consistent sponsor of ours. And just because the temperature is like heating up doesn't mean you need to be less cozy.
That's right.
That sounds like something they told me to say. I'm not even looking at the sheet of paper.
Nope.
That's just from my head.
That's just how much you care and how much you love Cozy Earth.
Especially the bed sheets. I feel like those are probably the best like springtime summer purchase because they are like so like cool to the touch.
There's something amazing about those bed sheets, man. Yeah, transform your sleep, transform your life. Right? They didn't pay us to say that either.
Nope.
But think about it.
Get more trans in your life. The only fight Rachel and I ever get in is over the bed sheets.
Yeah.
And it's while we're, half asleep and I'm pulling on it. She's pulling on it.
I want more Cozy Earth.
That's all we want. So yeah, I'm wearing it right now. They're so just like, they're cozy, but they feel high quality. It's heavy,
Yeah. Everything
but
about it.
gentle.
Everything about it. They got bed sheets, they got comforters, duvets, pillows, inserts, mattress pads, all the different things, as well as, bath towels, men's and women's clothing, kids stuff, whatever you want. It's at cozyearth.com/ghostrunners. Use our promo code GRKC. Get up to 40% off today. We promise you will not regret. purchasing Cozy Earth for you, for a loved one.
Oh, Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
Get your mom a cuddle blanket.
Get your mom one of them cuddle blankets, one of them pajama sets, whatever she may want.
Oh, that's a good call too, a pajama set.
I know, dude. There's so
PJS.
many good things, like cozyearth.com.
Yeah, just browse.
Just go.
Just browse.
Check it out. cozyearth.com/Ghostrunners, promo code GRKC.
You guys want to do wins of the week now? Simple Joy, was that your win of the week? Simple Joy of the week?
It was one of the wins. It was a sweet little time with Bo. And then another win of the week is I officially got the South Dakota woodworking order. Like I figured it all out. It's a huge blessing of an order for the pheasant hunting lodge. And so huge win for the bottom line.
How many tables?
It's 2 massive tables, but then it's like 26 chairs or something like that. And like 20 some beds and like
wooden beds.
Wooden beds. Yeah.
All right.
I thought.
That's cool.
Dude, how long is that going to take you?
However long it has to, brother.
Like, did you give him like an ETA, like Christmas?
No, yeah, it'll be done. They want it delivered by August. So I'll be rocking and rolling. So
That's great. So you won't be on the podcast for the next few months, probably, right?
probably I'll have a quick hiatus for, a few months. Yeah. I can't imagine doing podcasting and woodworking at the same time.
It's impossible to do both.
Too much. Yeah.
I'd rather podcast 19 times in a week.
Yeah. So that's like the financial win. And then And then I guess a small other win is, even though I'm not feeling 100%, I was feeling so bad earlier. And it's one of those things where, like, when you're sick, all you want to do is feel healthier. And I feel I have some energy now compared to before. So getting healthier. Thank you, Lord, for a body that progresses, gets healthier. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it
Heals.
fun when you can actually see it? Like when you see a scab slowly turn into skin again. You're like,
crazy, dude.
it's pretty sweet that works out.
Yeah, like remember like times like your fingers where it's like Scott's thumb.
Yeah, he showed me it yesterday. It looks
It's like,
great.
It's like, dude, you remember how bad that hurt? And now it's like you can use your thumb again completely.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So, yeah, it really is.
I guess my win of the week would be platelets.
Platelets, dude.
Yeah.
Platelets are great.
Yeah. No, I think my win of the week was going to be, me and Rachel, I took her on a little date Monday night. And afterwards I said, what do you want to do the rest of the night? And she said, I want to watch Forrest Gump with you.
Fun.
It's my favorite movie. Rachel loves it too, but we never just like sat down and watched it together.
Uh-huh.
And when you watch something you've seen before, I kind of almost expected like this might be a movie we kind of watch. We're kind of on our phone for whatever reason. It was locked in. I was bricked.
Yeah.
And it's the movie I've maybe seen the most of anything else. I don't know why, but it was great.
But it just got you.
I was just like, this is a good movie. What a good song. Every line. It's exactly how I remembered it, but still good.
Yeah.
So it was just a great night.
What
Dinner at Forrest Gump.
Where'd you go to dinner?
We went to, we were going to go to the Mix, and Rachel said, if we're going to go healthy, I'd rather just, we went to Enjoy in Lenexa.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Loaded up. I got a soup. I'm a whole new man. I got a soup, then I got a salad, and I was still kind of hungry. So I got an acai bowl. Healthy little dinner.
Acai bowls there.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah. So somewhat.
Not the best acai bowls in town,
Nope.
but
Nope.
okay. Cool.
So yeah, that was fun. And tonight we're going on a triple date. Oh boy, the spot we're going tonight. I'm going to eat before and I'm going to have to eat afterwards. It's called Of Course Kitchen, I think. I took a brief look at their menu.
You don't think it looks good?
Didn't really understand what I was looking at.
Okay.
Had to copy and paste into ChatGPT. I said, I'm a picky eater. Like, what am I looking at and what should I order? I've never done that before. And even what ChatGPT said, I was like, oh, yikes.
Really?
It's not just Indian food, it's South Indian food.
Of course.
Of course.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize this. Okay, go ahead.
You've heard of it before?
Yeah. It's like a hot spot right now.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know a darn thing about food.
I didn't know it was Indian though.
That's what someone said. I couldn't tell you the difference in Northern Indian, Southern Indian,
That's fair.
or maybe it's South Asian, which is Indian. Okay, that's what their Instagram says. It's all the same thing.
Okay.
I'm going to be ordering some sort of naan with butter and cheese, probably.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. So yeah, that'll be interesting tonight.
Okay.
I'm going to go straight from here, time to shooting stuff, and then triple date with some other couples.
Who you going with?
Sam Henniger, his wife,
Yeah.
Lindy Lemaster, her husband.
Nice.
Yep, they know each other from Arkansas.
Woo pig.
Who pig? Time, what's your win of the week?
I passed my drone license exam thing.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, it's honestly been so long coming. I think it was like 3 or more years ago that I like was somehow put in contact with this guy that does like a bunch of drone like filming in KC, and like someone sent him a drone video I made, and he was like, "Oh, dude, like you have like your natural like getting good drone footage. You should definitely get your Part 107 once you're 16." I was like 15 at the time, so I was like, "Okay, great." And so then ever since I turned 16, and then like almost 3 years after that, I've just been procrastinating getting this thing. And so I finally scheduled my test for right after the movie shoot week. So that was great timing. I think they recommend like 15 hours of studying before it. Like I think it's a definitely a pretty intense test that you have to know a lot of stuff for. I probably ended up with like 5 or 6 hours of studying in. And
That
I like,
still is a lot.
it was like, I knew going in though, I was like, I'm not confident at all. I was like genuinely just like, I think I was like praying beforehand, like, God, I know I should have studied more. So like, I get it. I get it if I fail, but like, if you could help me like think clearly and like make logical guesses and stuff. And man,
That's great.
it was like, I hated that 2 hours of like in there. It was like a 60 question test. I tried to like take my time, think through everything. I would like, you have to bookmark a question in case you like kind of like accidentally learn something about that later. Cause I'm just like, I definitely, the regulation side, there's all these regulations with drone stuff. And I was pretty good at that. So that helped carry me.
Good
but
job.
there was so much more airport charts and maps than I ever thought there would be.
You're homeschooled?
Yeah.
It didn't do airplane charts?
For some reason.
You didn't learn that?
I don't know.
Dang.
I
That would have prepared you better.
But I was just like, I was so sure. I knew there'd be some of that. I was like, it can't be that much. So I didn't study for that much. But man, it was like 50% of the test.
Just
wow.
All
charts,
this
airplane
charts and
And
like
what did you need to pass? How many?
a 70%.
Okay.
I got a 73.
That a boy.
Thank you, God.
Yep. Shout out to God. It was, yeah. But I'm excited because now it's like the goal of it is like now I can legally make money like with drone footage and stuff. Like I can do, because you're not like technically supposed to use a drone for like paid jobs unless you have Part 107. So I'm hoping like I can get, like smaller, like an hour gig, like in getting this like real estate footage and like all this stuff to like kind of add on to my typical things.
So is this
That's
like
kind of the goal?
Is this like as high of a certification as you can get, or can you like does the FPV drone need like higher licenses and stuff?
I don't think you need higher for FPV. I think you just need to know a little more specialized stuff. But I think it's the same license.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Cool.
It'd be nice just to have the peace of mind knowing like it's like having your tags renewed.
Oh,
like,
for sure. Yeah.
What are they going to pull me over for now?
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. Because I haven't flown my drone in 4 years probably, but I was like, maybe I should take it to China. And as I was starting to research it more, it's like, there's a lot of regulations. It seems like it's easy to get in trouble. I was like, not worth it.
Yeah.
Who cares?
How bad of a fine is it getting?
Yeah, I don't remember, but it was enough to scare me away.
Yeah.
So
Even, it was like, even just as obviously like if I had failed, it would just be like embarrassing. I'm like, it was fully my fault if I failed, but it was also like, I think $150 or $175 to like even schedule the test. And it's not like refundable if you don't, you have to just take it again. So that was also a good thing that I did it. But yeah.
You were close.
I know.
That's wild.
In some ways, it's like maybe I should have failed, so I didn't learn to like, because it's a
Yeah,
bummer.
now you
Because
didn't learn
now
your
I know
lesson.
that if I do the bare minimum, I technically kind of can still do it. But I don't think that I'm not gonna like take that away from it.
Yeah.
I don't want to like think I can just barely get by and do it. But it worked for this, so
I think everyone should have to take some sort of test that they have to study for once a year just to remind us of how awful students have it. Because tests are just the worst.
yeah.
I don't like that aspect of things at all. And like, it's just annoying. And it's just like, this is just a test. It's not a big deal. Like, it's not going to ultimately fly a drone for you or not.
Yeah.
And so it's like, sometimes I think we think like, oh man, I would love to be a student again. And it's like, but don't forget about those tests.
the test or stinker. That's a fun idea. I should like make Rachel a year-end test of just like things we've done this year. So it's like the material is things you should know.
Okay. That's not bad.
And yeah, so you don't have to study for it because you already lived it. But yeah, I do not envy people who still have to take tests or just research papers. Those were
Yeah.
a bummer. Because you can't just go into it and be like, well, I'm logical. I might figure it out. You have to do it.
Yeah.
What sounds like the worst is when you have to do continuing education. Because it's like you already know what you're doing, and like a nurse has to take classes or do continuing education or whatever. It's like they already know how to be a nurse. They're nurses.
Yeah.
And then so to like have to learn something that you already know is even worse sounding to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you just have to sit there and watch a video about how to make a YouTube video, it's like I know how to do this. You know?
Yeah. I'm not being challenged or pushed or anything.
Yeah. But congrats, Time.
Thanks.
That's great, man.
Yeah, you got a drone gig lined up?
Not necessarily, but I think I need to get a drone. I think I'm getting one from a guy that I know. I don't currently have a drone that works.
No problem. Hey, one thing at a time.
Right. But I think once I have that, get like back in the groove of like how do I even like get good footage with this, I might start reaching out to some people. We'll see.
Cool.
Yeah.
Would you guys rather speak every language or communicate with animals?
Did we do this last week?
Last week?
Did we not have this conversation?
I thought we already covered this.
Jake has done 8 podcasts.
You guys are messing with me.
Are you joking?
No, I thought you were joking going along with you. I'm so confused.
Yeah, we've never talked about this.
Really?
Speak every language or communicate with animals?
Last week? You talk about with Hattie? I didn't listen to that whole episode.
Maybe I'm misremembering something. Huh. This is from Fluffy Pancake Club. I asked that question on Fluffy Pancake Club. I was like, guys, we've talked about this. I like listened to myself talk about this.
Last week?
No, not last week. A long time ago.
Huh.
I would rather.
Well, it's already been covered then. I didn't know that.
Well, by 8-year-olds, but
That's so funny. I was like, you have to be messing with me. We've definitely never talked about this.
I was like, I know I've heard this prompt before.
Well, what'd you and the kids decide?
I think they decided animals. I think animals would be really fun.
It would be nice to form a bond with your dog that way.
And like,
you know why he's barking.
And yeah, all of a sudden you're speaking to people that everyone else can't speak to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you then have to kind of become the ambassador to all the animals? You become this like Greta Thunberg. They're shipping you off to Greenland and Antarctica. Like, all right, go talk to the penguins.
Doesn't sound terrible.
Antarctica.
Yeah, but if you're like the
They
one
make
guy,
coats.
they'd pull out the red carpet for you.
It's true.
Heaven Almighty.
Animals would be fun. I mean, you could, yeah. It depends on like, do animals, it's like, I don't want them to just like become my subjects because that feels like I would lose their respect. So it's like, I think I just need to, because my first thought was like, oh, I could just like have animals like run errands for me and stuff. Like, I don't know why that was where my
boss
brain
him
went
around.
first.
You pay him.
I'm like this eagle is going to go like get me a package or whatever. But then I'm
Dude,
like,
I didn't even
I feel
think
like I'd
about
have
that.
to compensate them probably.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have to be money though. You could give them worms
true.
or like
Fish
a
and stuff.
mouse.
Dude,
Yeah.
you could. Well, but then you'd hear what the fish sound like before you let them get eaten.
That's a good point too. Yeah, the fish is like, dude, come on, it's not
do
me.
you now
Not
have
me.
like
Dude,
no
dude,
choice
dude.
but to also like, you can't like turn it off. You have
That's
to
what I
like
was
hear the
gonna
fish
ask about.
screaming in agony.
Like you go out into a park.
Oh, imagine
and
just eating anything.
oh yeah.
you go into a park and
Well, it's dead by then. You didn't kill it. So
Yeah.
you're maybe fine.
So sushi is a kind of a gray area.
If I could communicate with animals, I'd probably pretty quickly become a vegetarian. I bet. Because I bet like I'd hear the
you know what a chicken sounds like. It's a little harder to eat one now.
yeah. There's humanized.
You're like, well, they're so much more emotional than we ever thought. They form close
Yeah,
family
does this mean
bonds.
that animals become smart? Or like, because I feel like animals are still not as smart as us.
Yeah,
unless
maybe-
like they're like an octopus or something.
They just still talk in instincts, but it's English.
Yeah.
You know, like, hey, hungry? And they say, food, 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 water, food, scared, scared to hump, food, scared.
well, if that's all they're saying, I don't want to speak. Animals.
Well, I'm going to change my mind.
Yeah, that is a good question. Like, do they become more intellectual?
I really like hiring out the hawk. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Really delegating out some
Yeah.
tasks to the animals.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking about like if I walk outside right now, would I hear a million voices?
Oh yeah.
You know, like all
You
of a
go
sudden,
to a zoo and
there's no peace anywhere.
you feel schizophrenic at a petting zoo.
What would you say?
Well, at first I was gonna say people, but once I'm back from Vietnam, I mean, I don't plan on traveling ever again.
That's
This will
one
be
time.
it. It would be so convenient when it is convenient, but everyday life though, when's knowing all these other languages is really going to help me.
Yeah, I don't come across that many non-English speakers.
I could get more respect at Chipotle.
yeah.
I can't even think of a follow up. That's it.
That's it.
You know, if I needed sheetrocking done, it would be a more pleasant experience.
Would you rather get more respect at Chipotle or communicate with any animal?
That's where we're
When
at.
you really break it down, it's like, dang, though, dude, they would really slap that queso on there for
Yeah,
me.
and it's so hard to learn Spanish for Chipotle.
Like they're
Dos pollo.
yeah, pollo is really hard,
Oh yeah, I can't. I'm not gonna
Uncommon thing.
memorize all that.
and you
No.
probably would speak English anyway. Like even though you could speak Spanish.
Yeah, probably would.
Animals can get your tone of voice like dogs. So, yeah, Chipotle.
Dude, no, it's not dogs. Like you got to think way beyond
I know,
dogs. We're talking.
I wasn't thinking.
We're talking
my first thought was
gorillas.
like whales and stuff.
We're talking whales.
Oh, you go swim in the ocean. You better put headphones on. You're going to hear
Wow.
everything.
That's true. Sound travels. Yeah, but then again, I mean, you're only hearing, well, because you're not like reading their mind, right?
That's good. Good point.
Wow,
Good point. Yeah, if they
wow.
don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, I was picturing like
Yeah,
when
maybe
Brad,
minnows don't talk very much. They're not very talkative.
right. I was thinking when Brad was
beasts.
like, "Oh, I walk outside, hear a bunch of different," but it's like, well, only like in proximity,
Yeah, they're talking to each other. Yeah. Yeah, they have to want to talk to you.
right?
We don't know how loudly squirrels talk, though.
Yeah, how close do you have to be?
I don't know.
And that'd be fun. I mean, you could just be the ambassador to all animals.
Yeah.
You'd be like, you guys have to take my word for it. Like, squirrels are so rude. Like,
Yeah.
they look cute, but like, they would never talk to me.
That's the thing. Squirrels
They pretend
don't
they can't hear me.
understand what the blue jay is saying.
Yeah, you're the Rosetta Stone for everything.
That's a lot of power, and I want it.
Yeah.
We did not talk that much on the Fluffy Pancake Club about this. I was so tripped up.
The
for
way
a
y'all
second.
smiled at each other, I was like, they agreed. At some point, Jake brings something up and
No.
let's gaslight him into thinking he has a memory loss issue.
I was like, we did this. I don't. Yeah.
This just in, local podcast listener, 34-year-old, matching the description of, yes, you out there, was just sentenced to life.
Oh no.
Free meat for life.
Oh yes.
When I say 25 to life, what comes to mind?
25 to life sounds like a prison sentence.
Yep. What I think of is, each like chicken breast, yeah, about 25 grams of protein.
Oh,
For life.
for life.
That's the new Ghostrunners. Frick.
Ghostrunners.
Good Ranchers.
Ghostrunners.
Oh, wait, that is our name.
Yes.
The Ghostrunners promo with Good Ranchers.
Yes. GR times GR.
GR. I almost said Great Britain. That's GB. Idiot. But for real, we've told you before, like leading up to this, it's always been, hey, get a free meat add-on for
a
the next
year.
12 months.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty good deal.
That's a great deal.
And right now, I don't know how long it's going to last, but right now the free meat add-on is for life. As long as you pay for a subscription from Good Ranchers, which you'll get $40 off at the beginning, you're going to get a free meat add-on, which can be bacon, chicken, beef, whatever you're looking for, wild-caught salmon. That is going to be added to your order for free.
That's right.
Bonus meat for life.
If you don't know about Good Ranchers, pasture-raised American meat, no antibiotics, no added hormones, humanely raised, 100% wild caught for all the seafood. I mean, it's just better quality ingredients, better quality food. Whether you're looking for chicken, beef, whatever. I mean, it's truly amazing. So,
If you're eating these plumped up steroided chicken,
yeah,
here in a few years, you're gonna wish you were in a prison.
Yeah.
You're gonna wish you were in 25 to life.
Yes.
Your body's gonna be in better shape there
yes,
than the hospice bed you're in.
wow.
And I'm just reading what they said.
That's just what they've told us to say. So,
Get your 25 for life.
for life. Yeah, 25 for life.
American Meat Delivered. GoodRanchers.com. GRKC. Any more fluffy pancake episodes coming soon?
Not yet, dude. I've just been getting by right now, but I would like to. Like, people want it. My kids want it for sure. Bo really wants me to do one with a pirate character.
Yeah.
So,
Pirate theme right now.
yeah. So,
So yeah, do you think you would ever release them publicly?
yeah. course.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the idea. But I mean, just got to get a little bit of a backlog going.
Yeah. What have you thought through? Like daily, weekly?
I think daily is probably a little ambitious for after like I recorded a bunch of them really quickly and I was like, oh, it was easy. But it's like sitting down to record them is what's so like tedious, I guess. So I don't think I want to do them daily. Maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday or something like that, like 3 times a week or something.
Sweet.
At least to start. And maybe eventually it's like 5 times a week, like Monday through Friday or something. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, sometimes you go through this where it's just like, sometimes it's like, I am all about it, gung ho, let's go. And then it's like, oh, I'm fizzling out a little bit. Not fizzling out completely, but it's just like,
Yeah.
I'm not as much in a production mode right now. I'm more of in this kind of mode or like whatever. So,
especially when you do anything by yourself, I think it's easy to
100%.
feel like I'm into this. Well, I'm not held to do it. You know, it's like
I have no like constraint of like, I have to do this by Monday because it comes out every Monday.
there's no expectation.
Yeah, 100%. So right now it's still, I still like it. It was a fun thing to do, but it was like, okay, I just have to like organize my life a little bit better and just be like, all right, every Monday from 2 to 4, I just record these things and I can record 10 of them. And if I do that twice a month, then I have plenty,
problem.
It's
a lot of pancakes.
a lot of pancakes to flip. So anyway.
Timon, can you let me connect to the Roadcaster?
Of course.
I have something to play.
I don't think I'm connected right now.
I'll go ahead and connect in. Remember Clintonius?
Yeah.
He's actually in my phone as Clintonius. Member of the I'm Down Boys. He sent me a voice memo on April 8th, and it said, mediocre life update for the pod. I haven't listened to it.
Okay.
I don't know what this is, but I thought, hey, could be fun.
That's exciting.
See if this works.
Yo, Jakey, Brad, and Timon now, huh? It's Clint Walker from the I'm Down Boys here. Thought I'd let you guys know what's going on with the boys, eh? So I'm graduating college, studied finance, going into youth ministry, following those footsteps from the old Jacob Triplet there.
Great.
And let's see, we got 3 of us are married. Nick, he's having a kid. He's got one in the oven. Old Cambo is playing with dirt in a little landscaping there. Got a couple of engineers, civil, chemical, mechanical, all boys looking for jobs. So if you know anyone in the northern Michigan area, let us know. Connect us. But I wanted to connect with you guys, let you know how we're doing, and ask you a question. As you grow up and you move away from friends and friend groups, how do you stay in touch? Do you call? Do you do a trip? What's your guys' strategy for staying in touch with the boys as they grow up and go? Well, that does it for the I'm Down Boys. Holler back if you want to keep this conversation going. Have a good day. Bye now.
Keep the conversation going for sure. We gotta.
That's very great to hear his voice.
How much of that
Antonius.
is a character and how much of that is how he talks?
I think he's hamming it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Man, it's great.
A good ham, as far as I'm concerned. I love a good trip as a way of reconnecting.
Yeah.
So once you're out of each other's lives, it's going to be hard to stay connected on a regular basis.
Yeah, I've heard the analogy of like social media, text messaging, whatever is like a snack, but like in-person meetups is the meal. Like as far as like yeah, you can kind of help hold yourself over with snacks, like with text message threads and stuff like that. Like my friends and I do that pretty regularly from camp. It's fun, but it's like when we get together, that's when it's like life-giving. You know? Like that's when it's like another level of it. So yeah, you just got to like almost just force yourself of like, hey, we're doing this weekend kind of thing. We're going this place and just hang out. And sometimes we have like excuses to get together, like fantasy football or something. But like back in the day, it was just like, I don't know, the new Star Wars is coming out. Let's all go see it together. And I could not care. I don't care about Star Wars at all, but I was always like, I'll come. Like, why not? Like,
we're all doing it.
Like, teach me what happened in the last movie. I don't even know what's going on.
Which one is Darth Maul?
Yeah, he's still around, or he turned into Anakin?
Luke, I am your Darth Maul?
Yeah.
What's the phrase?
Just whatever it is there. But like, yeah, I think trips are always the right answer, or just trying to intentionally like set time and then just like, all right, great. Like this is the time we're all getting together. If you can make it, that'd be awesome. And people can't always make every single time, but it's always good.
Timon, you're about to move out in a week or so. How do you plan on ever seeing your family again? And if so, how do you plan on connecting with them?
We'll see. I guess. Yeah.
You text?
Maybe we'll text. I might show up to some stuff.
Breakfast.
I don't know if I'll ever see him again.
Yeah. Gonna miss that lullaby.
Yeah.
Or a jingle.
Maybe me and Jesse will just kind of do phone call for the morning song.
Yeah, you have your alarm and then your alarm to sing right after it.
No, yeah. I hope I can. I mean, yeah. It's nice that it's moving like 25 minutes away. No problem.
Timon, I would love for you to record like a video of you and Jesse just 2 inches away from each other, waking up and singing a song in perfect unison, and then just rolling over and getting out of bed. Like, that'd be amazing. So funny.
Who's on the top bunk?
They share a bed.
Yeah, me and Jesse share a bed, so just like a double or queen or whatever. But Mylon and Jonas are in a bunk. Jonas is on top, Mylon on bottom.
All right.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I was wanting to imagine it differently, but that's fine. Yeah, so you could just be in bed, just like you're each on your side, looking at each other.
Yeah.
5, 6,
Yeah.
and then just sing your little song.
Yeah.
If you had to choose, would you go top or bottom bunk?
What would I choose? Who am I sleeping with? No, it doesn't matter. Bottom.
Yeah?
Yeah, bottom bunk. Yeah, no ladder.
I think I'd say bottom pretty quick.
Easy access.
Yeah.
Dude.
When I was 7 years old, top bunk all day. I mean, that's the coolest place you could
So
sleep.
fun.
But I'm close to the ground. I like it.
There's something so crazy cozy about that top corner, though. You know what I'm talking about? Like that, like, I don't know. Like you get like a nice little lamp up there or something.
Okay. Maybe I just haven't had the top bunk experience. I
Yeah.
picture top bunk and I picture waking up and hitting my head. Like that's kind of like, it's not the most ideal of places to sleep.
I just don't swing myself up so fast like you do.
Well, you're not ready to sing.
That's true.
How are you getting a lamp up there? Do you have
Posture.
like a tall nightstand?
Listen, you can do a few different things. You can do the clip-on lamp.
Oh, I forgot about those.
Remember the clip-on lamps?
Reading lamp.
Maybe a little floating shelf up there or
My
something.
gosh, you're right.
Those are the two things I can think of.
No, 2 more than I could think of.
Maybe I've seen it where there's like a shelf, next to the bunk bed. Yeah, Hattie's got a little clip-on, or she's got like even just a tiny little, Amazon these days, you can find anything on there. Tiny little lamp. But man, it's a cozy vibe up there. Every once in a while, I'll crawl up there. It's awesome.
I think especially if I'm like the one getting to the bed later than the person already sleeping, I want them to like already be asleep on the top and I can just slide into the bottom and I'm not having to get up on the ladder.
100%. Yeah. Especially like if it's a rocky.
Yeah, it could be.
Could be.
It could be.
I'm pretty proud of ours. I built it myself and it is the most solid bed. Does not move one iota.
Yeah, South Dakota is going to be in good hands.
They're going to be just fine.
Dude, 26 chairs and 20 beds.
More than that. Some 24, maybe something crazy. Sure. Why not? Say yes,
Dude, You're so rich. That's awesome. So freaking rich.
Yeah, right.
Timon, I haven't seen you, or we haven't been on the podcast enough to talk about this. The Timon Learn to Pump video is so good.
Yeah.
Shout out to whoever found that.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
It's been a classic, like, among our family and, like, extended family for so long. And I'm glad it's reaching more people.
If you guys don't know, Timon talked about this video a few weeks ago. There's this old home video. It's great that your home videos are on YouTube, too. But yeah, go find it in our Facebook group or just search Timon Learn to Pump. Which is
Probably
great.
not that many on there.
And, yes, you, like, nail your sibling while swinging, but I think your sister steals the show.
I was about to
It's
say,
so
absolutely.
funny.
Yeah.
3 years old.
Can you believe that?
Yeah. Do you guys quote that to this day?
Occasionally. I mean, yeah, it's
would.
it's a classic.
Yeah.
3 years old. Only 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just something Hattie would have absolutely said.
He's pumping on his own.
Yeah.
He's only 3. Yeah, so just shout out Timon Learn to Pump. Shout out to the Imches. That's a great.
Yeah.
So is that
video.
where you kind of got your initial desire for all this stuff? It was like your dad posted this on YouTube. Like Like he's posting videos because
Yeah.
like obviously the timing of when that video ends is perfect. Like it's like you just punt your brother and then it's like the video's over.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's part of it. I mean, yeah, just like I think it was more so just kind of a storage place for like random videos. And then, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's where I first had the gleam in my eye for fame, I guess.
Oh yeah, the gleam.
Adobe AI.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
What can we expect, Tyler? When's the next like post from you coming? We got anything in the hopper?
There's something that might be in the works in the future because I got like a little affiliate thing with like some color grading thing I might like test out, make a little video about.
All right.
Have a little code for people. So
What are they paying you?
Nothing. That's why it's kind of more in the future. In the hopper, it's like basically, but it is. I am like getting just like free access to this like software you'd pay like $500 a year for.
Oh, okay.
So that's nice. And it's like I'm not going to put the most effort into it, but it's just like I've been using it off and on, and I'll just like make a little video and compile some clips and stuff.
All right.
So yeah, that'd be nice.
Brad, what's your next post?
Good question. Been trying to. No, I have no idea. Let's see.
Any updates with you and Will?
Willie boy? We're recording again tomorrow. I think we're trying to get like 3 or 4 like as well, like kind of in the hopper before we put it out there.
Is it going to be like episodic, like season 1 and then take a break and then season 2?
That was my initial thought. Was like get like 12 solid ones, maybe and release them or something. So we've recorded 2 so far. I kind of told him, I was like, I'd be willing to record multiple of these at a time if that would be helpful. Just because, we haven't gotten into a rhythm of like meeting every week and everything. But I felt like the first episode was good too, but the second episode, I feel like I at least talked a lot about passionate things. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
brought it.
yeah, I was like, but like, I think what I'm trying to figure out now is like, how do I like stay in a lane? Like, cause sometimes it's like, I'm talking about this for a second and that makes me think about that. And with us, it's just like, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
With something like that, I'm like, do people want that? Or do people want it to be a little more like focused in on like, hey, this time they're talking about how to start a business and like, or, what, like the physical steps to starting a business or something like that. So
Yeah, who is this podcast for? Who do you have in mind?
I think the target audience would be you and I essentially, like, well, me specifically, but like young, well, eventually you hopefully, but like,
Yes, take that time in.
fatherhood, eventually Timon, hopefully.
Dang
I think ideally it would be men who are Christians and wanting to start their own business or have their own business and are fathers. Like, that's kind of the main idea behind table setters in general. But at the same time, like, I truly believe that almost everyone, I want to say everyone, but almost everyone should own their own business or can own their own business, or like, I love the idea of people owning their own businesses. And so I'm like, just because you don't own a business now doesn't mean you shouldn't listen, kind of thing. Same with fatherhood. I'm like, I think such a calling on our lives is to be dads. And so even if you're not a dad yet, you can listen. So it's like, and also it's like, maybe a wife would listen and get something to then pass on to their husband. I don't know. So, but the ultimate, like, if we have a target audience, it would be me, basically.
Cool.
Kind of thing.
Great.
Me and Will and our table setters group kind of thing that we've gone through, but we're still trying to figure it all out. And, I don't know. It's another one of those things where it's like, I'm glad that he's pushing it because it's one of those things where it's like kind of on the back burner for me, not because I don't care.
You
Like
got 75 tables to make.
once I get there, I care about everything I do, but so often it's like, just get me in the room and then I'm into it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like when I'm not physically like recording the podcast or thinking about the podcast with Will, I'm not thinking about it. You know what I mean? So
Compartmentalizing.
And just like, there's too many other things like vying for my attention right now. So, when you're with your kids, you're not like, let me think about this podcast and like brainstorm on how it could be better,
Yeah.
So Main Street Roasters, Main Street Ghosters, put them together. And what do you got? A sponsor of ours that sells coffee to people that love the Ghostrunners.
Ooh, clever.
Yes, dude. Main Street Ghosters. Right?
All right. Hear me out here.
I'm hearing.
All right. Main Street Roasters Coffee Grounds.
Yes.
Your at-home coffee maker.
Okay.
Think about it.
Okay.
If you combine those two things, what do you get?
Some good times.
Yes.
In your mouth. Yeah.
Yes. You had to think about it, but it's
Okay.
in there.
Time.
Time. Do a formula.
Time.
The bag the coffee comes in.
Okay.
Bag, you said?
Bag.
Yeah.
Okay, bag.
The bag with the coffee grounds. Your nose.
Yeah.
Think about. Hold on. Trust.
Bag nose.
Trust the
Would be
process.
some sort of.
Put them together, and what do you get after you put them together?
Happiness from smelling the bag and the nose.
Exactly.
Yes. dude.
Exactly.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you guys are quick.
Wow.
I did not get that one.
Yes. No. The
Wow.
nose is half the fun.
Right.
That's what we've always said. With
It's
Main
kind of
Street
a half
Roasters.
and half situation. 'cause
Yes.
Both are fun. Nose is half.
And Timon, we could even say it's half and half. That's a coffee
That's
pun.
it. It relates to coffee.
I can't keep up with
It's-
you guys.
All gold.
Wow.
So-
I'm way funnier than I even thought.
Okay, so
Yeah.
however we end up doing this Main Street Roasters ad, I think all three of those ideas are really good. What do you guys want to pick one or just
The nose bag one was the most complex one. I think we might lose them on that.
we might
it was
lose
too
them a little
confusing.
bit with the nose bags.
Let's do yours. Yours rhymed.
Okay, listen to this.
From the top.
Ready? Rolling.
1, 2, 3,
And
4. Action.
We're brought to you by Main Street Ghosters. MainStreetRoasters.com, GRKC for 10% off.
I don't think that's what you did earlier. Main Street Roasters.
Main Street Roast.
What was it? I think it was something with roller coasters. I remember it rhymed. The ups and downs of roller coasters.
Main Street
And
Coasters.
oh, yeah.
Oh. Main Street Coasters.
Merry Christmas. 10% off Main Street Roasters. They've got your coffee. They've got your bags. Make your nose half proud. Make your tongue half proud. Mm-hmm. Happy Mother's Day.
Main Street Roasters.
And Merry Christmas. That I agree. I think it's so fun. I'm always encouraging people to start businesses. And my mom is officially finally retiring this year.
Okay.
And she told me a few weeks ago, and the very next day I had texted her like 10 different things that she should do
Yeah.
with her time. Because I can't help but think that way. Like, oh, what a blessing. Now you have all this time. You got to start something. You're still young. You could do this. And my dad was giving me a hard time. He's like, so you're pretty worried about mom, huh? You're afraid she's going to be pretty bored. I was like, nah, I think she'll just be, I don't know. Still got a lot of time.
Yeah, really.
Figure something out. So.
That's exciting though that she's retiring, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, it is great. She, I think, was going to retire last year and just like, was like, as people pleaser. Like, there wasn't really a good time to schedule a meeting. I'll do one more. He's really stressed right now.
Yeah.
I'll just work an entire other year.
No problem. Yeah.
Have I told that story in the podcast? Rachel dated a guy in college for a really long time. Finally decided I'm going to break up with him. And it was the day Kobe Bryant died. She's like, well, I can't do it today.
So he did it like next week.
And then dated him 9 more months. My mom did the same thing with retirement, basically. So she she's finally doing it. And I had the idea. I was like, texted my sister. I was like, we should do some sort of, when's this? Yeah, by the time this comes out, it's like, we should do some sort of retirement surprise party, something in Florida. I don't know. It's hard to plan something where you don't live, but we'll figure something out. So
Nice.
It's exciting, and we'll see what she comes up with. And also, Rachel and I were just on a walk yesterday, and you walk around kind of these like weird parts of Shawnee and some of these businesses. It's like, if that can be a business, and they're paying rent, and they have at least a building, we all should be starting businesses.
Yeah.
You just look at some of them, and you're like, that is so either gross or disgusting. Look at that font. Well, how are they open? There's a place right by us that's like, we sell records and toys. And it's like, and they're taking up a pretty big building.
Yeah.
It's like, surely we can sell some acai bowls, right? If they can pay their rent.
Yeah. I mean,
We should all be doing our own business.
for so many different reasons, I think we should. But like, yeah, a large part of it is like the freedom of doing your own thing versus having to worry about what somebody else values you at. Like, talking to somebody the other day and they were like, yeah, I'm just kind of like, I'm getting more hours at work. Like they're wanting me to work more, but they're not hourly workers. Like they're wanting me to work more, but they're not paying me anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't really feel like I can go any higher in this job. And I'm like, that would be a rough feeling to just be like, so what do I do?
Yeah, it'd be hard not to phone it in and just lose all interest in your job.
Sure. And then what kind of life is that? Like, I don't know. I just don't really care about my job. I don't really feel like I'm doing anything for the majority of my day or whatever. It's like, okay, that's a bummer.
I was thinking about this morning, and this is going to be, now we're just doing the Table Setters podcast, but
Yeah.
you think about, nothing I'm about to say is, it's all been said before, but I was like, man, I'm only 33 once, and that's obvious, but it's like, holy cow, I got to take advantage of this, because then I'm 34, and then I'm only 34 for like 1 year, and then I'm only 35 for 1 year. Not that I feel like I'm wasting my time, but just like an encouragement, like, oh my gosh, we gotta get after it. We don't have that much time.
We talked about
It's
it a
about to
little
be
bit.
gone.
Yeah, in this second episode, that was really good. And part of the thing that I think Calvin said it the other day, we were having like a Table Setters kind of strategic meeting. I think it was Calvin. It doesn't matter. But like the idea of like, we are old enough now to where we have a little bit of experience, not obviously a ton. We're still young in a lot of ways, but like a little bit of experience. However, we are young enough to where we have enough energy to like go after it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, and so it's like, we're kind of in this sweet spot right now in our 30s, as far as like, we aren't just like stupidly like, let's just do everything, whatever. It's like, no, we've kind of learned some things along the way, but also we're not so old and tired yet that it's like, I just don't want to do that. That just sounds too hard.
My knees hurt.
Right. Kind of thing. Even though I said it was too hard to press record on a podcast for kids, earlier, but, it's something like the sweet spot. And you can always probably justify that wherever you are in life, you are in the sweet spot in some way or another, So yeah, I agree with what you're saying of like, hey, yeah, this time is fleeting. And so therefore it's like, go for it, like, why not go for it? Why not? Seriously, like, why not just live your life thinking like, oh, we went for it. Like, we tried.
Yeah.
And even if we didn't sell very many records and toys, at least we had the storefront.
I had a real business there for like 6 months.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I had a door.
But I mean, like, think about all the things that you learn, even if you do fail at something. Like,
that is something I'm trying to remind myself with everything Bondi.
Sure.
It's like, I will take whatever happens here and take it into my next business.
right.
I know I will.
I've heard this term. Have you heard of the gap and the gain?
No.
Dude, I like this one. I heard about it recently. There's a book called, I think it's called The Gap and the Gain. Basically, what I think it means is right now, like, let's say you're having a hard day or a hard time or whatever, you're focused on the gap, like the valley that you're in right now, rather than like, if you look at your life over a 5-year, span or whatever, there is gain. Like, and whatever, you can call it like the dip or whatever, stock market, like, oh, we have a small dip right now, but over time it does continue to go up or whatever it is. Like, and so like, rather than being like, yeah, life is really hard right now, we're kind of cash poor, or we don't have money to spend on this or whatever, we're having a burst pipe in our house or whatever it is. Like, we're in the gap right now, but it's like, yeah, but overall, think about what your life was like when you graduated college versus what it's like now. Like, you are progressing in life. It just feels like you're having a small setback right now, kind of thing.
Rachel always tells me that I have an abundance mindset, and I'd never heard that term before 6 months ago.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I just looked it up so I could actually define it since she's not here. It's the belief that there are enough resources, opportunities, and possibilities for everyone.
Yeah.
I think that's how, no matter how bad it is, it's like, hey, at least we're in America.
Dude, that's what
It could be way worse.
That's why I think everyone should start their own business. Like, I think if someone had a scarcity mindset, it's like, dude, I can't tell somebody else to start a woodworking business or else there's going to be not enough people wanting tables. It's like, no. There's plenty of people that want tables. There's plenty of people who want pickleball paddle. Like, you could literally, like, that's Bethke's whole thing is abundance mindset of like, he can tell you exactly what he's done in all of his businesses because he's like, I'm just confident that you can do it too. Like,
there's enough to go around.
Yeah. It's not like every single person is tapped right now, like, yeah. If 1,000 new people buy or start pickleball companies, then maybe eventually.
It's a good time to do it. If you're importing from China, I would recommend it.
Yeah, but
Timon, if you had to start a business tomorrow, you had no other income. You couldn't work for Friday. You're not going to work for Ghostrunners. Not your, or I was going to say drone license. You could actually do the drone license, but no other income. You have to start a new business. What would it be?
A new business, like, as in, I guess I would just be finding new people to do videos for, right? Is that kind of a bit? I think I would just like really start networking and like shooting my shot with people. I think.
No, you kind of already do that though. Give us a new one.
Okay.
New industry.
Okay, well, I do like the drone idea because like I could do that now, but start a new business tomorrow. I don't know. What else am I good at anything else?
Lighting guy.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe I would try to make content. I don't know. Like maybe I would
Yeah.
use that and just like it would be kind of a slow burn. Like it wouldn't be like I'm super quick back to making money, I feel like. But I think I could try to like, yeah, start doing YouTube and Instagram and then like try to get sponsorships or something. I don't know.
Dude, you know what business I'm intrigued by? I recently had to get a dumpster, like one of those like driveway dumpsters.
Oh yeah, like when you're moving or something like
Dude, $400 for a week with that thing. All they do is drop it off and pick it up. I'm like, what? And like, I like looked around because I was like, that's a lot. That's how much all of them are. And I'm like, what in the world? How do I get into that? Like, just like those things got to be so cheap to like buy, transport them, just get a truck, rent a truck for that. I'm looking into it.
Are you?
Not truly. But like,
I got one in my backyard. Bo's playing on it right now.
Every time I like look at something, I'm like, that's so easy. Like all they do is pick that up and go dump it somewhere. I don't know. I don't know what the economics on something like that are. He's got to get a fleet of dumpsters.
Just some sort of truck to drop them off, pick them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some boring business the other day. It's like, that is the most boring thing I've ever seen. I bet they crush it.
Literally. Like those guys, sometimes the most boring ones are the best ones.
A lot of these tennis clubs, they put up bubbles in the wintertime. I'm like, I bet some company has a monopoly on that. I bet they do all the bubbles.
Yeah, the bubble guys.
Someone needs to come in and shake up the tennis bubble industry. I'm purely speculating, but it just feels like one guy does them all probably.
Break the plastic ceiling on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. They're like, once you start looking at life, like everything is a business. So it's like, how do those people make money? Oh, you see like a car drive by, you're like, is there any business or any money in that pest control? Like, should I do that?
Yeah.
Like, okay, lawn care. How hard would that be? Hire out some boys to mow some lawns?
Honestly, yeah, maybe I just do
spray
mow.
some
Maybe I
lawns?
just mow. I don't know. Maybe I just like fully 180, just like the type of thing, and just do a bunch of mowing.
Just
And
a
then I
bunch of
could
mowing.
promote my stuff with like high quality. I could,
Sure.
film and edit it well, and like,
Yeah.
There's a guy on
yeah, I can mow.
socials who will do like lawn renovations, kind of like power wash your
Oh, yeah.
sidewalk
I love
and
that.
edge the,
Those are great videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's got a great formula. He'll go up to like the nastiest house you've ever seen and like, can I redo your lawn for free? Like, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I guess he just gets a ton of business from people who live locally. All right, so time to start a lawn business.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
Impsh's edging. Impsh's Timon's turnips.
Yep.
Timon's turnips. And they'll be like, why do you call them that? It's like,
I don't
just
know. Jake
sounds
said I
good.
had to.
Yeah.
I don't know. We were just vibing. All right, anything else on your guys' mind? Anything else you want to get off your chest?
Not off of my chest.
Off of any other body part?
Yeah, I'll get something on my fingers here. No, I'm
Okay.
just kidding. No, I'm good.
This is a dumb thing I wrote down. After getting home from like all those filming days of the movie, and also a couple nights in a row of staying at Zach's house, because like not necessarily he's not much closer, but it's just like a place we can carpool together. It was
Easy.
just fun. But I got home to my house and like everyone was gone doing something else. So the house was empty. I just got I just did this dumb to myself. I have no idea why. I was just like, it's good to be back home. I was like, I was suddenly in like a super cheesy movie. I think I was like,
You were too much
I think I
Hallmark.
even like walked and I was like, man, this place hasn't changed a bit since I've been gone.
You said it out loud?
I did, yeah. I don't know why.
That's so funny that you're
She's
already...
still baking those brownies? Yeah.
Yep, Evergreen Falls. That's
be
so
back.
funny that you're already accessing that like really weird part of your brain by yourself.
Yeah, it was a strange moment. It was funny though.
It's good to be home.
That's so good.
Why did you do that?
Why not?
How often do you do that? You do it in the car?
I think that's the first time I've done something like that.
Wow.
It might have been the Hallmark influence.
It could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Man. Not so bad, huh? Good for you, Timon.
I've missed this place.
That's great.
This place is like a home to me. Which is beautiful. Last thing I'll mention, just because it might build into the story next week. So like I somewhat already mentioned, I'm going to play in 2 pickleball tournaments this Saturday, one of them with Isaac. The other one is like it's technically a men's tournament, but the rules are just like, all right, if your duper is 8.5 or below between the two of you, like you could play in it. So I was like, hey, technically me and our friend Molly, like we are below 8.5. How fun would that be? It'd be great content. I entered her into a men's tournament. Can I carry her in a men's tournament? Something like that. We're not doing anything illegal or unfair. We've been signed up for 4 weeks. The tournament director calls me like 2 days ago and was like, hey, I just noticed that you're playing with a girl.
Didn't you ask?
And I was like, yeah. No, I don't think I asked, but
Oh, I thought you said you asked.
I don't think so. But no one had said anything. I figured they just knew. I've been signed up for 3-4 weeks. And I was like, yeah, I know. He's like, well, it's a men's tournament. And I was like, yeah, I thought it'd be like fun. Like we're kind of the underdogs and like let's just see how it goes. And he was just like, well, I think we're just going to have to refund you the money. And I was like, why is it so hard to sign up for tournaments for pickleball tournaments? Why do I keep running into this issue? And so I like fought for us a little bit. And he was like, well, the problem is like a month ago, this guy asked me if he could play in it with his wife. And I told him no.
Oh.
And he's like, so what do you think I should do? I was like, sounds like you shouldn't have told that guy no. I mean, it's up to you. I don't know what you want to do about it. And I was like, from my perspective, we're not doing anything unfair. We don't have any kind of advantage. She's a 3.8 girl. Like, how does it look if you don't want her competing in your men's tournament? He's like, I know. And the thing is, it's not like you're going to win it. So maybe we just let you in it. And when he said that, I was like, I wasn't too competitive going into this. But when he said, it's not like you're going to win it, I texted Molly and I said, we have to win this tournament.
Yeah, right.
So we'll see. That stage is set.
Yeah.
With it, he got back to me and he said, I am going to let you play in it. And but I'm choosing to remember, he said, I mean, obviously, it's not like you're going to win the whole tournament. So like, Molly, we have to kick it in gear.
We will win.
So we'll see.
That's great.
We'll see. Technically, it'll be kind of interesting. I have the highest rating of anyone playing. Molly has the lowest rating of anyone playing.
Okay.
So who knows what that will be like.
Okay.
Who knows?
Sweet, man.
So
Good
next
luck.
week, I'll talk about it. I'll be back with all of some Florida stories,
Florida
pickleball stories. Tariffs probably gone up 200% by next week, and we'll talk about that too.
Cool.
You have a comment of the week?
I do. Hannah Clayton's giving a shout out to Hattie. She said, Hattie, you absolutely made my day. Smiled the entire time. Watch this video. Thanks for bringing some of your unique sparkle to this podcast and teaching us so many super cool facts.
That was well worded. Your unique sparkle.
Yeah.
Mine is similar from Mike Harris. Ghostrunners is in great hands when the boys retire. Hattie will take over. Just give her some LaCroix and she'll be set.
Love it, dude. That's great.
And that's a podcast.
That's a podcast. Thanks for listening, guys. We've had a lot of people order merch the past week or so. So thank you guys for ordering on ghostrunners.live/shop.
A lot of good stuff there.
Support our sponsors, and we'll see you guys Monday.
We'll see you Monday.
All right. Love you guys. Ghostrunners Podcast. Everybody